Wednesday and we're back for the Duckhook Golf Show. We've got our regular panel here and we've got you guys on the line watching. Thank you everybody for joining us. We've got another good show coming up. What's happening in the show? Well, we've got to recap the US Open and what happened with Jon Rahm and Louis Oosthuizen. So we'll touch on that quickly. Then we move on to Benoni. Is it? Yes, Thursday League recap. And then we move on to Reading this Sunday. And hopefully all goes well. Finger crossed that things happen. I've been hearing rumors about lockdowns, and hopefully that doesn't affect us too bad. But I hope everybody's safe. Gentlemen, I know that you guys are safe. How are we, Donnie?
All good, all good. Took me like sort of a quick 25 minutes quickly to get here just in time. I was burning the candle a little bit late at the office there. But otherwise all good.
Good. And Baz, you played golf at Houghton today. It was Owen Kenny's birthday, golf round. Thanks for the invite. It also got lost. How did that go?
Yeah, I've had quite an intense day today. You know, we at Houghton, like you said, celebrating Owen Kenny's birthday. And once again, happy birthday, But. It was an awesome day out. And there was one or two familiar faces that came after the round. We had Robbie Michael, the Mac Daddy, as we all know him. And Leon Oosthuizen, all the way from Centurion, he came through to hit some balls and just to celebrate. And it was a beautiful day. The weather was good and just a bunch of fun, you know. Met one or two new faces and just awesome day. And made it in time for the show. We dawdled a little bit, Maz. When I called you, it was 25 past 6.
I can tell you one thing. I was stressing a bit because when I sent the boys a message at about 20 past 6 and none of them were home and they said they're going to be at 7, I'm saying, you oaks are going to miss your tea times and we're going to be harassed. But we made it. 3 minutes away. Bang, bang, bang. Here we go. So let me say hello quickly to Quibus. Hello, Quibus. Sure, you're watching on your big screen TV, so we must be taking up your entire living room. Got Tarsila, let's be live. Olafree, our reigning Masters champion, joins us. Looking forward to his next major. Can he defend at Ibotsi? Cyril Stain, hello Ducks. Hello Cyril, always nice to see you. And hi, Shark supporter? That must be what it is. Hello Frikkie. Grant Nell's there, who like it Amal. So we all here. Alan Lowe, I could go on this forever. And Gerard Maritz, all watching. And then Jacques Ravenstein, Jaco de Kock. So let's have a chat amongst ourselves and see how it all unfolds. But as promised, let us touch on this particular fact. Well, I can tell you there would have been many of us Ducks very, very, should we say, irritated to sit up until 2 in the morning rooting Louis on just for him to pull it into the 17th hazard and chuck it all away. I can only imagine you all felt the same. And then the next point was when he was standing on the 18th, just off the fairway, realizing that he can't make the green to make this eagle, so, or birdie, or whatever it needed to be. And that moment where it dawned on him, it's not going to happen. Boys, what did you think?
Yeah, let me tell you, I felt so sorry for him on 18. You know, you could see that discussion with his caddy there is like in the rough. You know, you could see he wants to go, but yeah, you know, it's unfortunate. You know, that drive on 17 was so stupid. But like he said in his comments, you know, it's like if it was another round, it's like in tournament play, you would do the same thing and he'd drive at the tee box. My gut feeling was, and I've said it to a few guys on the Ducks, that if he hit the fairway on the 17th, I think he would have walked off with a birdie on hole 17 and then, you know, make an easy birdie on hole 18 to win. But unfortunately, Jon Rahm, hole 2, absolutely monster putts on 17 and 18 to take it.
100%. And when Rahm made that final putt on the 18th after having to play out of the bunker, you knew that the script that was written was destiny for him. Everybody was talking about how he got his first PGA victory there, Basil.
I would just like to add to Louis' scenario of as a professional, you get up on that tee and the position that you are in, you're not thinking of hitting a 3-wood or a 3-iron. But one thing that I can highlight, and I don't want to criticize Louis Oosthuizen's caddy, but if you guys know Zach was the caddy that was on his bag at the Open. I can guarantee you now, Zach would have told Louis Oosthuizen, you have the whole golf course on your right. Aim it up the right and commit to the shot. And I stand corrected that whatever plan they had on that tee shot, it wasn't thought out of. It was an aggressive play. He got a bit on the swing, a little bit of pressure got to him as his move is to swing quick from the top, and he hits that little left shot. But in those moments, you can't take it away from the week he had and the position that he gets himself, given the circumstance. So just an unbelievable week again for South African golf for Louis Oosthuizen. That one shot is $1.3 million. To make that kind of choices, none of us, we can't compare and we can't relate. So very well done to Louis, but the fierceness of John Rahm was just on another level.
Jacques also says there they didn't spend enough time on the 17th discussing what happens. Well, we'll just have to wait until the next major, see if Louis can do something at what's up next. It's the Open Championship.
Yeah,
we'll see what happens. Okay, so there it is. We wait another day, and at least the Open Championship, we don't have to sit until 2:30 in the morning to watch him throw it away and show.
Yes.
Anyway, boys, so be it. Let's move on to the Thursday series, and we'll recap the result. What happened in the Thursday series? Benoni Country Club hosted us, and at the end of the day, Avinash Barath and Jason Ivins finishing on 3 under apiece, 39 points. But as we have a countback rule, it was Avinash who prevailed on the countback on the back nine, taking the most points for his first victory. And that, I suppose, is justice for just missing out at the Wanderers. So he came back strong, but his handicap will fall even more so now. Third position, Henry Hall. Fourth, Landon Dad, nice to see him. Only person finishing on even. There was 3 guys on plus. 1, Frikkie Barnard, Grant Nell, Mornay O'Kelly. That is a good round from you, Mornay. Well done. I've seen some massive scores coming in from you lately, so that is well done. Batters Barnard, Billy Hall. So both brothers in the top 10, and then Dylan Bell is finishing on plus 2. After the round, our friend Frikkie Barnard caught up with Avinash to see what he had to say.
Av, it looks like it's official. You are the winner. Tell me about the game.
Great day out on the course, always with Duckhook. Got chased on the back nine when everyone's tie came in birdie. So yeah, very fun. Enjoyed it. Had one 5-putt in that as well, which is I don't think we should put that on video, but it was.
Oh well, it's on video now, eh? But well done, dude. So tell me about the last stretch. I mean, obviously you said that you were chased, so pressure.
Yeah, I was chased. Quite a lot. I think 3 holes to go. Bobby told me the score, and I won that hole, so I had to take it off the box. And I said, guys, just give me 5 minutes just to sit down for a while.
You in the Open champ now? You Open game now for the Botse.
Perfect.
So you're looking forward to that one?
Yeah, but my handicap's gonna go for all the way
Pick up a
down after
snip,
this. So I've
yes.
got to pull my socks up, man.
Oh, lucky, man.
There you go. Congratulations once again. And we've got a couple of comments which I really want to get to first. Let's go to Leon Duplessis saying, well done, Mornay. Great improvement, 100%. Those two are the big buddies. And Mornay saying, damn, my name is there. Boom, baby. And then thank you for the reminder, Mr. Ricketts. Happy birthday, Kara O'Connell. Hope you had a fantastic day and many, many good rounds of golf to come. So happy birthday to you. Right, let's have a look at Avinash's scorecard while we're at it and see how he negotiated Benoni. I think he started on the first, I think. But there you have. He must have. 17 points going out from the first hole to the 9th. It's nice being a 26 handicap because you only need 1 par and still manage to get to -3. As you see, the back 9. Only 1 drop shot on the 11th with a double bogey on the par 4. But then the par on the 15th really put him back into contention with a 4-pointer and then a 3-pointer with a double stroking hole on the 17th, getting in at -3. I think he was standing on the 17th and he simply needed to make a double bogey to get into the winner's circle. So well done, sir. But it would be reminiscent of us not to talk about Jason Ivins, fantastic round. That was great to see Jason Ivins
Good to see
finishing. Let me
very much.
remind you, gentlemen, this is his scorecard if you have not seen it. This is how he finished. Birdie, birdie, birdie to get to -3. What a fantastic finish, but just not enough. So 5 birdies in total on the day. And looks like 7 pars. It's nice to see Jason up there. But once again, what do you think of that round, Baz?
That's great signs to see the amount of birdies, and also those little bogeys that you see. I mean, I'm not quite sure how he was playing throughout the day, but the chances of making par from there, turns you around like literally upside down to winning on the day. So big up to Jason. Great to see his form. So yeah, just good to see that there are the birdies. The round is a phenomenal. So, well done.
I wanted to say, I did have a point that I was going to make. Gentlemen who are watching, none of us were at Benoni, so if you have anything to comment on, just drop it there and we'll get to it while we get through the rest of our normal graphics to show you the pins on the day. The par 3 third, Oki Brits took it. Well done, Oki. And then Peter Prinsloo, the par 3 12th, took that closest to the pin. And then Landon Dad taking the closest in 2 on the par 4 16. So congratulations to you, gentlemen. Moving on to the groups, boys. What do you think of the groups? Donnie, take us through Group A. Baz, take us through Group B.
Yeah, we can see there's a nice little tie in Group A. Peter and Bertus Badenhorst just pipping Dorian, Lyle and Eddie Ivins. So on a +2 score.
Fantastic from Henry Hall to take his group. It's nice to see him finally having a good round of late. Mark Borragero, always consistent player, and to beat, and that's a big deal for Henry to have beat Mark. He's always a solid player. We've got Devar, Tim, and Jamie. Unfortunately, I don't know if Jamie's in a bit of a slump at the moment with his game, but hopefully he's able to turn it around.
That's what golf is. Slumps
up and down,
and up and downs, and all the time. It would be nice if we were more in the ups than the downs at some stage. Right, let's go to the teams. What happened in the teams? Well, I can tell you one thing. The blue team has pulled out another point so far this season. They are now on 10. The red team is on 5. Why? Because the blue team won 5.5 to the red team's 4.5. Karel van der Meulen and Captain Sadelstein sharing the point. Where was the other shared point? Looking. I don't see another shared point. That doesn't help. Okay, Brett's +5. Alistair Tim +13. Grant Nell there with a +1. He was in contention for a while we were playing, and when watching the live scoring, Andre Kotze had a struggle at +11, which does mean in the overall standings, he's going to fall down the leaderboard. He was tied first coming into this. Matt Bianca +7. Billy Hall beating Richard Stewart. Ewald losing out to the eventual winner. Gerard Maritz beating Leon Duplessis. And then Nathan Miller +24. I wonder if he was playing off a scratch being his first round. I can only see why that would be a +24. So what does it all mean? Well, if you watch what happens and what the Thursday standings were, this is what the Thursday standings are now. There has been a big jump. Simon still leads even though missing out. Therefore, he cannot stumble again. He cannot miss one, or he cannot shoot low, because then Jason Ivins is now tied with him. He's going to catch him. Richard Stewart is in third, moving up to 166 points. Frikkie Barnard tied third as well, moving up 166 points. So it's very close. There's only 4 points to the leader. Henry Hall making a big jump with his third place finish. Same with Peter Prinsloo. Karel van der Meulen goes down. I fall out of the top 10 completely. Andre Kotze drops down to 8th from tied first. Jacques Gravenstein stays in the top 10. So all hotting up. And let me remind you that at the end of the year, we are fighting for the shootout positions. The top 10 will go into the shootout teams that will be played at the Eye of Africa. We had a great event this year, and I really look forward to the next one. We all played that one, boys. Shootout is something that you need to qualify for.
Fantastic.
That's it.
At least we have a barbarian side, which is helps us boys that just miss out. So that is the story. So what happens after that is we get our open qualifiers, and this is the open qualifiers from the Thursday series, gentlemen, and everybody except one has confirmed their spot. This is what the field looks like. Donnie?
Yeah, it's obviously we've got Simon Meyer leading the pack. Lucie Janssen, Bobby van der Spey, Avinash with his win is up there. Jason also with his second place. Paul Vickery, Henry Hall, Ewald van Wyk, Josh Dotnow, Trevor Miller, Dylan Bowles, Baz you there, Richard Stewart, and then Garfield. And that makes up the field.
I must say, the boys from Marble Hall are all in. Billy, Ewald, and Henry are all there. And Ewald's brother, Peter, is right on the cusp in Series 2. So we might get an entire four-ball made out from the boys who travel all the way in. At least they've got something to show for all their hard work making the Open. All right, just want to tell you, boys, that the 2021 Challenge 500 entries are open. 36 holes at Eagle Canyon. Why is it one course? Well, I'll come out and explain to you now. But there you see a purse of 22,600 credits will be up for grabs based on 80 players. The top 10 will get their entries back. If you're wondering and you're not part of the conversations, what happened to two courses like Rand Park or CCJ as we had it last year? Well, the Brains Trust sat around, we had a bit of a debate, and then we put it onto the group. We want to play for more. And the only way to play for more is to go to a course that's not going to be as expensive, because when you're playing Rand Park or CCJ, you know that the green fees there are quite high. So we were going there for the novelty of having two different courses. But if we have one, we can get we can get a great prize fund pool, which you saw was 22,600 credits. The winner taking over 5,000 credits into his account. Second place is like 3.5, and it goes down. The top 10 making their money back. So it's more to play for, and I think a nice challenge to try and play Eagle Canyon twice. It should be interesting, boys. Eagle Canyon twice,
especially mentally, Maz. I think, given it being a golf cart course, it's going to be, you've got to be on your game mentally around that golf course. There's a lot of shots that you need to hit, a lot of putts, a lot of chips that you need to focus on. So the guy who's mentally fit through that Challenge 500, I think, will come through.
And definitely. Just to add to that, it's like Eagle Canyon is definitely not the course where you can pull out driver every hole, and you can just miss it. So you have to think a way around it. So I agree with Baz there. I hope that's got the strongest mind on the day that's going to play good thinking golf around there. He's going to take it.
Fricky says tough course, that Eagle Canyon. Yes, I agree it's tough, but I also think that it is a type of layout that will make it very interesting, make the whole Challenge 500 interesting. I've got a question here from Richard Holman. Are they able to move the tees and the pins? Probably, but there's a long way to go. So once we get to that point, we'll see if we can get them to move the pins in between. I don't think they will be able to move the pins, but definitely move tee boxes, even if we decide to move it on our own just to make it a little different. It's our course, so we might as well make it the way we want it. There was something I was going to show before I pushed that wrong graphic, and that was I wanted to remind everybody of the Sunday qualifiers from Sunday Series 1 so far. Dani Geldenhuys, you're in there. Frikkie Barnard as the 2020 Player of the Seasons in there. Billy Hall, Summer Cup champion. Leon du Plessis, Kevin Ho are the automatic qualifiers. Ryan Esmond, Perry Fenter, JP Atwood, Grant Nell. I need a picture of you, Grant. You need to hunt me down on Sunday so I can take one. Hanna Westhuizen, Clint Broders, Steve Saunders, Jaco Jacobs, and Cornel Erasmus, all confirmed and ready to take on Ibotsi on the 2nd of July, which is a Friday. So once Reading is done, as soon as possible, we will confirm you. I have sent out the qualifying, so you should be kind of knowing if you're going to make it and have the day off. But that will go out, and then we have the final field. We'll send out the tee times, and we'll have a preview to the Open on the Wednesday. Okay, boys, so that is the Open. Let us move to this Sunday. It's Series 2, and it's Series 2 at Reading.
Ball. What does Cameron Champ need in a golf ball? Speed. It's
speed. It's speed.
Yeah, speed. And we've got that. The Z-Star Series from Srixon.
Donnie, we managed to get around in this morning, mainly to go check the course out so we know what we're talking about and to shoot some preview material for everybody watching. I think the course still looks good. It's lost its green tinge, but the fairways are soft at least, and let me just pause here. The greens are running fast. Once again, we have another golf course where the greens are ridiculous. You hit that first putt and you're like, oh my word, what just happened? It's going to be a bit of a challenge, AD.
Yeah, obviously you're 100% correct there. It's like obviously you can see winter is starting to set in. So the fairways are still in good nick, but you can see it's not just green, lush grass all around. But definitely just to go and add to what you said there, I was having a look at a few greens there. It's like you can get really slick putts. Your downhillers are so quick. So I think definitely it's like you have to have a good putting day on Sunday. Definitely the bunkers were a little bit of a concern for me. You know, it's like I had one bunker shot that was really, I won't say horrible, but there was no sand, you know, on an upslope. And then Gideon also had a couple of bunkers where it was like there was no sand and the balls came out literally flying like a rocket. So bar from that, the course was in good nick. Can't fault it. The greens are quick, nice, rolling through. So yeah, it's going to be a good day.
If I can add to that,
Yep.
chat. I battle around Reading. I don't know why. So this Sunday I'm going to go with a little bit of a different strategy. You know, given that the fairways are a bit firmer, greens are a bit firmer, I'm definitely going to select certain clubs off the tee. You know, just to ensure that I don't run out on the contours of the fairway. You know, just to make sure that I hit fairways, and also not have that awkward distance in. You know, the in between clubs. So if I can advise you guys to do the same, and also if pins are tucked, don't chase those flags. You know, just play percentage, middle of the greens, and just take your two putts. You know, it's one of those courses where the greens have slight elevation. So if you go at flags and you don't pull the shots off, you're going to make numbers, and we don't want those numbers. So just ensure to play the most simplified golf on the day. You know, and if the wind picks up there, those greens can get super fast and gnarly. So, you know, just advise, middle of the green is your safest bet, chaps.
Yeah, 100%. I'm sure they'll move the pins. We had a couple of tricky pins. I'm sure they'll move them into more positions that we used to. But, yeah, it could be interesting. I think a person who putts well in the day, and generally when the greens are fast, the scores are higher, like towards even.
Yeah, one over, one under,
So I think the guy who putts the best and gets a hang on the greens and is, like you said, good around the greens, I think that person could have the chance. Gideon was with us. Course looks amazing. Greens are quick but running well, running very well, very well. You put it on the line and you most likely will get close to sinking the putt. We have Mornay, my club, top 10, here I come. Well, keep going with that form. You had good form in Benoni. Then let's just jump back to the Challenge 500. Obviously, Paul Ricketts has something to say. Club tees and then from the tips. Easy solution. I agree with you. Easy as that. Club tees and tips. And I don't think that the tips are much further because there's not so much space at Eagle Canyon than what the white tees will go. And Hansi Arman, let's go and qualify for the Sunday division for the Open. Okay, so I saw the scorecard. You saw the course layout. I got to speak to Don, who's the golf director at Reading, and this is what he had to say.
My name's Donovan Main. I'm the golf director at Reading Country Club. I've been here since September 2009, so I've been here a total of 12 years. I'm very passionate about golf retail and pride myself in delivering great service to our membership as well as the greater South community around us. Reading Country Club is conveniently situated just off the N12 highway. It's a classic parklands golf course with a lot of tree-lined fairways and water featuring on at least 10 of the 18 holes. It's not the longest course out there, but does demand accuracy off the tee. We've got a mixture of poa and bent grass. So in winter the bent grass is a bit more active, hence why the greens speed up in winter. And then in summer, when the poa is more active, the greens tend to slow down a bit. You don't really need a lot of drivers out there. You can pretty much rip the driver out in the par 5s. Other than that, a 3 or 5 wood off the tee on most of the par 4s should stay and keep you in play. and from there you'll be hitting a mid to short iron into the smaller greens. Overall, it's a great track and a good test of golf, and we'd like to welcome the Duckhook golfers to our course.
Well, there we go. Let's have a look at the first tee and the 10th tee. Then we'll have a little bit of a preview, which Donnie and Gideon did, to look at some of the holes that they played. First tee, gentlemen, lots to happen, but there was one thing I wanted to say. As you can see, this is the first tee starting at 11:04, which is great that they're bringing us up forward, so we're not going to have a problem with the sun. And if you didn't know, the days are going to start getting longer now, thankfully, so we will get a few minutes extra golf in. Basil, you are up there in the first, teeing off with Peter Prinsloo, Ronnie Wilhurt, and Clint Broders. Going off the first, and then we go all the way until 12:16 with Frikkie Barnard, Gerard Snyman, JP Edward, and Tim Kopp finishing up the field. Many of the regular faces. So what I wanted to say is that you'll see there's no single matchups. I was going through it, and I think we're at a stage where the singles groups are pretty much done. There's one or two groups where guys are not playing anymore, but there's literally a handful of matches that can be played. And then when it comes to the team game, it's the same thing with many of the groups, where a lot of the groups are finished already, waiting for stragglers, shall we say. I've said this many times before, and I'm going to say it again so that nobody shouts at us. 1st of August, when the clock strikes, that is where the logs will stop and end, regardless of if you've managed to finish your games or not. You've had more than enough time to get it done. So those guys will go through. So that is the first tee. Have a look at the 10th tee. Just a reminder, the handicaps will be added tomorrow morning, and this will go out into the player pack, and you'll know exactly what is coming when you're teeing off and what your handicap will be. I'm sure there will be a couple of handicaps that are going to drop. Looking at the 10th tee, also, I want to say, look at 11:36. That's fantastic. Hansi Haman bringing his wife Jacomin, and Rudolf Broderick is playing with his wife Juanita Broderick. So that will be a nice football to watch. Please keep it play, boys. Where else can we go? I don't see immediate standout winners. Let's just say that. So anything could happen on the day. I think it's going to really be a form day. Shall we look at the pins quickly? Let's look at the pins quickly. The par 3 fifth. We cannot not do the par 3 fifth. It's a concepts voucher. Gentlemen, remember, when you win these concept vouchers, you can come play simulator golf with us. You can play the open track of St. Andrews. You can do an analysis. You can do anything. So it's really worthwhile, this prize. You just get hold of us and come check out whatever you want to do. Strixon are sponsoring the par 3 11th, a difficult par 3. To find that green, you really need a good shot. So whoever's going to take that is going to hit the best shot, obviously, on the day. The par 4 16th is the closest in 2. If you've played Reading, you know exactly which one this is. The one that if you hit it too straight and if you hit it with a driver, you're into the houses, Mr. Donnie. Because Donnie did that today. He took an absolute tiger line and hit it into a house.
Yeah, I did a Louis Oosthuizen there. It's like I came a bit quick from the top, and it just started left of the line that I wanted to, and it came out with a little bit of a draw, and one bounce, and over she blows.
You don't have to feel too bad, because Gideon did the same thing. He drew his 3-wood and absolutely pelted it, and then was followed by a big clank sound from hitting the fencing. We don't know where that ball went. We didn't even look at it.
The silver lining for me, Maz, was that I actually could retrieve my golf ball, so I actually just could use it again after that.
Without getting electrocuted, hopefully, because that's very electrocuted.
So true.
Okay.
So true.
So, boys, let's have a look at Donnie and Gideon going around. They focused on a few holes and shared their thoughts of how to go around playing Reading.
All right, so obviously on Sunday playing Reading, you're starting on either hole 1 or hole 10. Hole 10 behind us, stroke 1, par 4, roughly 400 meters. Kids, how would you play this hole? It's a stunning hole, but how would you play it?
Look, it's a beautiful hole. It's tough. It's a little bit longer than most of the par 4s on the course, so it does play downhill, which helps. I would probably start with a drive like you've hit, Donnie, not like me in the water, so keep it right and you should be okay.
Obviously, this is a tough hole. Like if you can make a par, take your 3 points, or even a 5 for 2 points. Just that will set the round. Play it smart, play it safe, and get your 2 points and walk off. be a couple of holes into the back nine. We've actually come to hole number 16, which is the closest in two hole. If you look at the hole, it does not suit a player that hits a draw. My tip and advice for those guys is basically hit a hybrid 2-iron or 4-iron off the tee box, get in play that you can attack the green from there. All the guys playing with a fade, this hole sets up beautifully for you guys. Basically started on the left hand side, cuts it around the corner, which will leave you a mid-iron in. For the guys starting on number one, it's such a beautiful hole. You can see the gap behind us. So your tee shot is going through two big trees on both sides of the fairway.
I think this hole is sort of very typically Reading. I think it's a tight hole. You've got trees on either side. You're crossing the stream twice, which is quite interesting as well. But I think it's one of the holes on Reading that most of them are. If you don't need driver, don't hit driver. I think just hit something that you're going to find on the fairway. If you hit something about 180 off the box, you're going to have 150 left in. That's how I would play. Alright guys, we've got to the fifth hole. Always the featured hole, the closest to the pin, and you can see why. What a stunning view behind me. If you've had a bad start to around the first four, it's not exactly the most inviting sight, but a stunning hole nonetheless. Donnie, take us through it.
It's a very daunting hole. I think it's most probably the most difficult par 3 around Gauteng at the moment. You've got water going all the way from left all the way through to the right. If you miss it long right or long even, you're going to go into a sloot at the back. So pinpoint accuracy is what you need here. For me, I would just say hit the center of the green. That's your aim. Get it close, somewhere on the putting surface. Walk off of a 3 or 4 and run. That's the best thing to do.
Well, there you go. I hope that the boys there gave you some more information to get ready for Sunday. I've got a couple of more comments that I want to touch on before we move on to the groups and the head-to-heads for Sunday. Sepp Roberts here, playing Serengeti tomorrow for the first time, but followed major playing there. How is the green speed compared to PPC? Well, I'm glad you're playing Serengeti for the first time because you're going to absolutely love it. It's one of my top courses. It's really, really a nice course. The grass is different. You will go back. Let's just say that. And then how is the green speeds compared to PPC? I assume you're talking about Reading. I would say not as fast as PPC, but if maybe one's a 10 and PPC was a 12. I think PPC could have been even faster, in my opinion. Then Gerard Sneeman says, Reading, not ready for me, always kills me, will kill me again, and not make Ibotsi. Oh, come on, Gerard, it can't be that bad, surely. Kuba says, putty in the bag, love fast greens. Well, if you love fast greens, then a top 10 could be coming your way, Mr. Skuman. And then Leon Duplessis also say Reading is either your Mikey or your worst nightmare. Good luck to all. And then here's a question for you, Donnie.
Yes.
From Wayne Jensen. Donnie, quick from the top with your paws at the top. Is that possible?
It is. It is. Maz, you saw the shot there on the hole, so it does happen, boys.
It does happen. You're 100%. I can't remember the last time I saw you swing a quick one, but I also think you tried to hit the green from where you were, and then it just didn't turn out the way you wanted.
You see, Maz, normally it's like when I stop at the top, it's like I tried to take a sip of my cold drink, it's like a 3-sipper. So that one was actually like a sort of a 1-sipper.
Thirsty, maybe. Had too much. Oh, there we go. Group 1, boys. Baz, you're in A.
Guess who's taking that group, Maz?
Gerard Sneeman?
Donna Paramel?
Come on, Lally boy.
You're taking on Ronnie Volherter, Donna Paramel.
Playing with Ronnie, I see. So
Yes.
that's going to be a great little group, a little head-to-head there. I think we should have a beer on that.
Straight up. Group B, Jan Venter is taking on Jaco Jacobs, Billy Hall, JP Atwood, and Tim Koch. Let's move to Group C and D and see who features. Fats Carlitz in Group C with Dean Sherman, Ryan Esmond, Vickers Lee, and Wayne Jensen. Group D, we got Mona Kelly. Let's back him there, boys. Chad Rose, I'm not so sure. He needs to prove himself still on the tour. Trevor Miller can find his game. Paul Ricketts always thereabouts, and I think the course might suit him. A lot of the holes go from left to right, and then Frikkie Steyn is the last one over there. Right, head-to-heads. Can the red team pull it back? Well, I try to favor the red team, and I'm going to lead the way as captain, and we will win, boys. So Hansi, you're in my team. Rudolph, you're in my team. Hanu's in my team. Richard Stewart, Graham de Villiers, Nicky Valugut, Okkie Brits, Adam Ford, and Frikkie Barnard. Come on, red team.
Our team, Matt.
Pranay Pandey is captain of the blue team. He's got the two ladies with him. So and I purposely put them up against their husbands because the bragging rights will never end if they beat their husbands. Never, never end, and we won't let them forget it. Kobus Kumans in blue team, Karuna Kuni, Randall Chetty, Robert Michael, Dani Geldenese, Jacques Gravenstein, and Ewald van Beek. I do think it's pretty close, but I'm hoping for my team to pull it through. What do you think, everybody? What do you think? Do you think we can do it? Jacques says blue team all the way. Paul Ricketts will take his group. Oh, I'm going to have to come out of this because there's a lot of comments. Let me put, going back to the groups. Hansi says Lyle group A, B is Yaku, C is Ryan, and D is Mornay. Let's see.
Hansi, thank you. Yeah, appreciate the support, Hansi.
Yeah, no support for you, man. No support at all. Sorry, Kira. He says, difficult to crack the nod into these head-to-heads lately. You will be in the next one, I promise. Promise. Let me not forget. Blue team for sure, says Robert. Serious cats in there, 100%. And then the ladies will help the blue teams win. Go blue team. And then Frikkie said you should have put me and Donnie head to head. Want to settle the score with him. Yeah, well, you play enough with him to settle enough scores. Donnie, I want you to talk about what happened here. This was the first. So we're busy filming the first, which they previewed, and Donnie had a nightmare. So that tee shot you saw did not go well. Kind of almost shanked that tee shot. And then he put it in the bunker. And this was what happened out of the bunker, Donnie. Nice stance.
So I thought there'll be a little bit more sand on that lie. So I was thinking of coming in a little bit steep and just pop it out. But unfortunately, it's like I got met with no sand and a rock hard bottom of the bunker, so the ball came out a little bit.
So in other words, if you're starting on the first hole and you do that all again, you're giving the field a 2-shot head start. Is it enough? Are you going to come and shoot a 67 on Sunday?
Well, I'm going to try my best to bring it back from that. Huh? So it's like the guys just need to watch out. I'll be close. I'll be in the vicinity.
Well, boys, that is it.
Try to keep it on the golf course first.
Happy birthday, Kero, once again. Welcome to the community. It's nice to have you with us. That's it from my side, everybody. Thank you for joining us. It's another Wednesday show done and dusted. All we have to wait for is Sunday, and I look forward to competing once again. It's not great missing out, but we will be there, and I'm going to need to work on a lot of things if I improve from today, unfortunately. Basil, last words are with you.
Chaps, looking forward to seeing you guys on Sunday. Get those golf games ready. Make sure your clubs are clean. The mental state is clear. And let's have a good time on Sunday. Guys, it's been awesome fun. Have a good evening.
That's it, boys. Thanks again for watching. See you soon.